You ready?
Yeah.
All right. Whenever you guys have at it. that is not easy, is it? Yeah, not only is it not easy, I think that's a chop buster. And you guys to play for that long in an ensemble is not easy to do, so good for you. You guys all have really good fundamentals already. Is everyone 7th and 8th grade?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. 7th, 8th grade.
8th grade? 7th grade?
Yeah, 7th.
8th. 8th?
8th.
7th? Oh, 8th, okay. Only off by 1. Okay. And you all start like 6th grade here?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. So there isn't one movement we need to talk about because you're doing everything really, really well. So you all have really good sounds. You're matching articulation back and forth. So what we need to do is talk about how to make the quintet sound even stronger. Okay. So is that your band director? Is this what? He's your band director. Okay. So when your band director is hearing you guys, what critiques and comments does he give you about your ensemble?
That we need to focus on more dynamic.
More dynamics. Anybody else?
Sometimes phrasing.
Phrasing? You remember anything?
Tempo.
Tempo? Okay, good. So these are all really, really absolutely important. All of them have to be there. So to take your abilities and your ensemble to the next level, we need to think, how do I make you sound like him? Or how do you blend into his sound? Have you ever tried to actually think about, how does a trumpet blend into a tuba? Like, I'm sure in band, when you're trying to balance stuff out, like trumpets, you're too loud, you need to sound like a tuba. Something like that. Okay, so that's really hard to do. So if this is a duet or trio, it's easier in an ensemble to blend together. But because there's 5 of you, it makes it much harder to do. What I'd like you guys to do, so like I said, we don't have to talk about an individual movement. But I want to talk about, we'll go back to is the first one pretty easy for you guys? First movement? Okay, so what I want to see is how we can do this. So 2 trumpets. Let me hear you guys do up to the first ending together. First 2 trumpets. Good. And that was a really good match. And like I said, when there's 1 or 2, 3 people, it's very easy to do those matching. Just curious, you guys did a breath together. Is that purposely?
No.
I mean, you could say yes. In the 4th measure, we plan to breathe. So be careful if you're going to breathe together. There isn't a gap in sound, unless you want that gap to be there. If everyone's going to take the breath, that's fine. But if it's not meant to be, maybe you shouldn't breathe. Try to breathe in a different spot. So we can keep it there for now. Tuba, let me hear you with the 2 trumpets. Play. Did you feel that you 2 played the same dynamic or different when the 2 of us then?
I think a little bit.
Okay, would you differ?
I think we were just a little bit louder.
You're a little bit loud? What about you?
I agree.
Okay, so if the tuba is in there and you guys even play louder, then how are you actually trying to blend to him? So, what we need to do is you need to play a little bit louder. You guys need to be more careful with how loud you play. I'm not saying play softer, but you got to really click into him for right now, since he's the only other person playing. So the second 3 again, play a little louder, try to match into his sound. You guys feel like you played much softer, right? Yeah. So in one aspect that's good, and it might feel like you're being too soft, but realistically, until he plays louder, then you got to kind of match what he does. So you 2 might be like the loudest people in your band class. You got to play what the tuba does. You got to figure out what the other people are doing. So trombone, French horn. Let me hear you guys. Actually, let me do trombone and tuba. Hold on, French horn. Trombone and tuba. Let me hear you guys. And 2. Ready? And. Okay, let's pretend the trombone is absolutely right. I don't know. We're going to say he's right. So you 2 match his style and his vibe. The 4 of you together. And 1, 2, ready, and. So 2 trumpets and a French horn for the beginning. And 2, ready, and. Not bad. Now, inside your ensemble, which instrument's going to be you're going to have trouble hearing? In your ensemble, which instrument is the hardest to hear? Okay. Okay, so one or two things need to happen. You either need to play louder, or we need to play softer. So let's pretend you play louder and we'll play a little softer. So trumpet's just a smidge different, but don't change your articulation. You still have to have that pump in this accent. All right, let's do it again as a group. And two, ready. Now, when you have to perform for 5 minutes like that, it actually should hurt your brain because you have to concentrate and think so hard. If you tune out, it's really like watching TV at that point. You don't want to do that. What you just did, when you go back into your band, you're going to make your band so much better because you are going to force other people to listen to you and you're going to listen to them. So if you're first trombone, you're going to have all the trombones following you. You're the first trumpets. They're going to listen to you like down the road. So the fact you're already doing it that quick, make sure you're always doing that in band class, okay? So as you're playing, the trumpets, it's very easy to be the loudest people in the room. Always, because that's what the trumpets do. It's very easy. So you got to control it. You guys did a great job controlling, okay? So, like I said, we don't have to talk about notes and rhythms. You guys are already doing that. Just ensemble stuff, plus blending together, all right? Thanks for playing for me today. Cool. Where'd you get your trombone from?
I got it from, well, I don't really know, I just got it for Christmas.
All right. I get giddy when I see theater valves, so cool. That's awesome. All right. Thank you, guys.